Now, rice remains one of the major staple foods widely consumed in almost every Nigerian home. Efforts by both farmers and authorities to achieve self-sufficiency in food production have largely been ineffective, due in part to insufficient budgetary allocations and limited attention to the agricultural sector. And farmers continue to grapple with soaring input costs and a serious imbalance between production expenses and market prices, a situation that discourages active participation in agriculture. And Trust TV's Abdullahi Yamadi visited local rice milling centers in Katsina's Funtua zone to report on the challenges.
Katsina, in northwest Nigeria, is one of the country's agricultural hubs, producing a significant portion of food crops consumed nationally and beyond. Yet, farmers receive little intervention from authorities to boost their production capacity. Rice farmers are among the worst affected, facing high costs of inputs, inadequate capital, expensive labor, and low market prices for their produce. In the Funtua zone, where large quantities of rice are produced annually, farmers still rely on outdated methods for both cultivation and processing, despite perceived government investments in the sector. At least, if we can have more support and intervention in terms of inputs, it could ease some of the difficulties we are going through. We produce thousands of tons of rice here, but production capacity is declining due to many challenges facing farmers. We want governments to increase budgetary allocations to agriculture. We want to see commitment, not just promises. If the government is serious about security, the most important security is food security. Agriculture remains the highest employer of labor today, tomorrow, and beyond. From the farms where the process begins to the mills where paddy is threshed into polished rice, the production process places serious disadvantages on farmers, forcing many out of business. Despite these challenges, local rice millers in Funtua continue to process paddy into consumable rice that compete favorably with both local and international brands. They describe rice cultivation not just an occupation, but as a lifeline for millions who depend on the grain daily. Farmers and millers cited persistent insecurity, lack of access to low-interest loans, and inadequate modern facilities as major obstacles, forcing some to abandon production midway. Another challenge is unstable and unreliable power supply, which disrupts production, causes delays, and increases operational costs.
We need more transformers. At least now in Bakor, we need at least, if not 5 or 6 transformers in Bakor local government to provide a constant power supply that will enhance our business for rice processing and every transformation of rice to another standard. Another issue is the processing machines. We normally use our local machines to process rice, and the issues like that. Now we have gone beyond the processing of rice with the local machines.
Many farmers and millers are falling due to challenges such as epileptic and insufficient power supply and lack of access to credit facilities, creating a serious imbalance between production costs and final consumer prices. Worried by these developments, rice farmers and processors in Funtua are calling for greater government intervention and funding to enhance production capacity and help the state and the country achieve food sufficiency. Abdullahi is Yamadi, Trust Television News, Katsina.